start by introducing yourself and how long you've lived here in Shelburne.
Hello, I'm Hazel Ketty.
My name is Nancy Wambach.
My name's Louise Lindsay.
Brad Wilson.
Peggy O'Malley.
Jean Kerr.
Cynthia Lagada.
Barb Golden.
My name's Nolan Young. This is my 4th year living in Shelburne.
My name's Darrell Locke. I'm the fire chief of the local Shelburne Volunteer Fire Department. I'm born and raised in Shelburne and have lived here all of my life.
And I have lived in Shelburne for 30 years.
I have lived here the majority of my life, but 4 years.
I moved to the Sandy Point area 7 years ago.
I am an RN at Roseway Manor, and I've been here for 9 years. Next year marks my 10th year here in Shelburne.
My wife and I moved to Shelburne about 6 years ago.
My husband and I have lived in Shelburne for about 15 years.
I live in Shelburne. I've been around Shelburne 78 years.
I was born at Roseway Hospital, and I've lived in Shelburne for 64 years.
I have had no family doctor since August of 2016 when Dr. Bagum left this area.
You need a healthcare practitioner. You need someone looking after you. And we were placed on a list with a nurse practitioner. And at the time we were ecstatic. We didn't realize what that meant.
We've had an awful time here, even getting to see a nurse practitioner. And of course, because we have a nurse practitioner, we can't get on the list for new doctors.
My husband and I, we haven't had a doctor 16 months now, and so the only options available to us are the ER department.
If you want your prescriptions, you have to go to emergency. So I go to emergency, sit for 6 hours, get to see a doctor, get some of my prescriptions filled.
But then over the past few years, couple of years, we have these ER closures. And of course, it's really very unhealthy being in a health profession, facing an very unhealthy situation.
It went from bad to worse really fast. He ended up in full-blown seizures. His arms and legs were going. They took off his shirt. They were putting bags of ice on him. They had something over his mouth so he could breathe. And it was really, it was a lot of panic because the staff, they did a tremendous job with what they had, but it was really about trying to secure where we can get him to where he's going to be able to be treated.
About 8 years ago, my husband was involved in a very serious car accident. The ER at Roseway was closed that day too, and he was taken to Liverpool.
You may have heard about the golden hour. Folks should be in a hospital under care within an hour of whatever type of event they have. Unfortunately, if you live in Shelburne County, chances of you getting to care within that golden hour are slim.
Having the ER closed is, I've never seen that in my entire practice of nursing field.
He called the ambulance. Well, he was told the closest ambulance was in Liverpool. And because it was the middle of a snowstorm, they said it would be at least 2 hours before they could get here.
It's scary when you're at a hospital and essentially they're calling 911 trying to get EMT here to get us to Liverpool.
We have a wonderful system. EHS is great, no doubt about that. But when an ambulance leaves our area to transport somebody to an adjoining hospital, another ambulance just doesn't drop out of the sky.
I have been waiting on a list for a knee replacement for 5 years. I saw a surgeon in Halifax in January of 2012.
You wait to see your nurse practitioner to have her refer you to a physician. So you wait to see the physician who then sends you on for testing. So you wait again.
Before moving here, I had 2 bouts with cancer, testicular and prostate. We were living in Ontario at the time, and both of them were fast-growing cancers.
I waited 1.5 years to see a specialist. From there, went through all of the treatment, and within another 1.5 years, was given a diagnosis. That's not acceptable. That's 3 years in a process.
I challenge any of you politicians and healthcare professionals to walk a mile in my shoes, because I sure as heck can't. I am in pain and it hurts every single step that I take every single day and night.
There's very little doubt in my mind that had we lived here with the current healthcare system in Shelburne, I'd be dead right now.
For me, the healthcare system is broken here. We need to fix it. I'm sure there are lives being lost. There's certainly lives being impacted.
Sometimes all it takes is the one person to get enough courage to stand up, and because these stories need to be told, people need to hear how we are made to feel like second-class citizens here.
Everyone is entitled to better than what we are being given here.
So we need to keep the stories going. We need to never stop talking about it. We need to continue to press them to do the right thing. And I think that it may not happen overnight, but I think eventually we can do it if we don't stop with one rally here, one rally there. If we keep the pressure on, I think that we'll get their attention.
That's perfect. That's great. Thank you. Anything else that you'd like to add?
No, I think that's about it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.